For my last video about custom APIs in Business Central, many of you asked me how to create an API, but with my own tables of fields. I mean, how to expose data from Business Central, but not only from standard tables, but also with my custom fields. If you don't know how to create your own custom API, I recommend you watch my last video first, because in this one, I am assuming you know a few things we covered in it. My name is Roberto Corella. Welcome to my channel Learning Business Central, where you will discover cool things to do with Business Central and Power Platform, even if you are not a developer. Subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any of my videos. Let's go to start. Firstly, I would like to show you my custom extension. Really, it's a small customization with a couple of fields in the purchase header table. Let me show you. We can see two new fields in our table, like comments and agreement number. And of course, we have a small table with the agreements. You can see here this information, okay? This is my extension. Our main goal today is to use these custom fields in Power Apps or Power Automate. Since I don't know for sure if these fields are from Business Central, standard, or from an extension, I will use the page inspector to know it. We have now a new panel. This is the page inspector. I am sure that all of you know this panel. And here we can look for some of the fields. In this case, search for comments. We can observe here that this field is from an extension called sample extension. Well done. Now we have the name, but we need more information. In this case, we need the ID, the version, and publisher. And where is this information? Of course, in the extension management. Then we will go to the extension management. Right here, in the list of extension, search for this extension, sample extension, and here we have more information. We have the name, we have the publisher, and we have the version, but we need more. Pressing in the extension, we have more information like app ID. This is the number to identify the extension, the publisher, and the name. Okay, this is not important now, but for me, the three fields are the most important here. Okay, with this information, now we will go to the VS Code to start our extension. In this case, we will go to the View command palette and create a new extension with the well-known AL code, where we store our files in our computer. In this case, I use this path and sample API custom files. Here, remember the next question is which is the version that we will use. Obviously, the last one, because we are in SaaS. Later, as we are working in SaaS, press Microsoft Cloud Sandbox, and we have our extension. We change some important data, some important properties. In this case, we change in the app JSON. This is the name of the extension. Change the name, sample API custom fields, and the publisher. I am the publisher. The version, of course, this is the same as you remember from my last video. Here we need to change the IDs because It's not possible to have the same IDs in the same environment. In this case, we can't use another extension with the same numbers. Choose another numbers here. For instance, this option. This is the same options that we used in the last video. It's not different, but here is the most important thing when you want to use fields from an extension in your new extension. As we want to use information or fields or tables from other extension, we need to use the dependencies to reference to this extension. And in this case, we create here the information like here. Remember that I am using Copilot in Business Central in VS Code. And as you can see, the system offer me some information like this. I put this information here, but because this is the properties I need: ID, name, publisher, and version. Okay. Remember, we are this information. Information is here. ID. Of course, this is the ID. Copy the ID. Name, which is the name of our extension. Name, sample extension, which is the publisher. I think it's Roberto Corella, but Roberto Corella is the publisher. Okay, and remember the version is this one. Copy the version and put here. Okay, we have the reference to my extension in order to obtain the fields. But do you remember how to obtain the fields? Great, is with download symbols. Let's go here, command palette, download symbols, waiting for a moment. And when the system finishes to download, we have the files here. As you remember, these files are the standard, the base application, applications with an application and system. Okay, this is the normal thing that we obtain in every extension. But in this case, we receive more information. This is this other extension because it's this extension. The dependencies reference each extension that we obtain with the standard apps from Business Central. Then we have the information. We can delete this like the last video, delete this information because it's not necessary, delete permanent. Okay, and now as in the last video, now is the same process. In this case, create a new page. This is the page. This is my page, AP custom fields. And the table, which is the table? Of course, the table is purchase header. The page type is API, and the same as before, the publishers is RCB, the group is learning BC, the version is beta, entity name purchase header. Remember, the first always in lowercase, and this is the same purchase header, but in plural. Next one, order by ID. We can choose document type. We can choose the fields that we need. And of course, we have here, look for comments. Is here the comments. And the other fields were agreement number. And let me put some field more. For instance, page to name and page to address. Okay, we have all of them. Next, to choose a filter, we don't need any filter. Finish. Okay, we have the API custom fields EN. Perfect. We don't have any problem. And Now, remember, the process is to go to the run, start debugging in order to put this page in our environment. Remember, it's not possible to see the API because it's not in any place, but we can check here in extension management. Extension management. As you can see here, this is the extension, sample API custom fields. Now, let's go to see if our goal is achieved. It's good to create an API, blank API, create, sample2, table, have the canvas here. As always, go to the data, search for Business Central, look for the here's the environment that we need, in this case, Sandbox, because my extension is published in Sandbox. Sandbox, choose this one, and let me look for learning. We have here our entity, our API, and then here's this one. We have the data here, and as always, we can introduce a gallery with this data, change the design, choose this one, and we have some fields here, but now I want to insert another label, here my label, and we have a given number, and if we insert another one, this is the comment. The comments, the fields comments, as you can see here, is one field from our own extension, right? Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoy with this information. You can improve your extensions, improve your application in Power Apps or in Power Automate. Of course, if you have any doubt, please drop me a message below in the comments. And happy to see you in the next video. I will be very happy if you subscribe to my channel, and of course share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, if you think it can be interesting for them. Thank you, and see you in the next video.